We are live on Lunch Break Live. And Monica, what are you making here? Show us
I'm making fudgy freezy pops.
I got to see some food here. I am eager to see something yummy. Let's see what you got. Let's see that melted chocolate that you had.
Well, I'm actually, okay, so this is what it looks like when it's done.
Yeah. So what are the ingredients? Tell us what you're doing and how you're making this delicious.
So I'm putting a cup of non-dairy milk in. I'm using Oatly. That's my new favorite non-dairy milk. So it's 1 cup.
Why is it your new favorite? What do you like about it?
Well, I like that it's I think on the higher end of environmentally friendly.
Okay.
And then also I just like the flavor of it. It's like eating. It reminds me of eating oatmeal, but I'm drinking it.
Okay. Ken, can we get it a little closer so we can see? Yeah.
This is a half a cup of chocolate. I've been using this brand, but you can use any, vegan chocolate.
Okay. Oh, hi, Tom. Nice to see you as well. Let's get in real close to that food so we can see. Yum. Vegan protein. Okay. Here I am, Tom. I was just highlighting the food because it looks so good.
And then this is protein powder. Any vegan protein powder will do. I just put in half a scoop.
Okay.
You can put more if you want.
So this is actually a high protein kind of snack in this intense heat that we're having here in California and Los Angeles. At least it was 106 degrees today yesterday in the valley, and it's going on like this. This is the perfect meal replacement because it has protein, cacao, which is so great for magnesium, oat milk. This is a very healthy thing to eat.
Well, this is not the carob recipe. This is actually just regular chocolate, but you can substitute carob, and carob, in my opinion, actually tastes way better than the chocolate.
Yes, absolutely. Well, cacao is full of nutrients, like I said, and potassium, magnesium.
Oh,
but
sorry, I thought you said carob. Sorry.
No, oh no, that's okay. But carob, actually, what I've learned is that it is has tons of A and B vitamins, and it doesn't have caffeine, unlike cacao, and it doesn't have the theobromine that cacao has. That it has some good in it and bad. It makes you feel good, but I don't know if it's as healthy. So carob is super powerful.
I always get carob and cacao confused.
Well, they sound alike, but one is the carob is a legume and cacao is not. So that's how I remember.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was experimenting with it, and I really loved the way the carob tasted. I think it's my new favorite. Anyway, this melted a lot faster than I thought. If you've never melted chocolate before, just go slow, low heat. If you heat too high, the chocolate acts a little weird.
Okay, you don't want to burn the chocolate. Okay.
Yeah, don't burn the chocolate. This is the mold that I use. I actually have 2 molds. This is the smaller one, but let this cool down a little bit because I don't think that heat and plastic are a good idea.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah. So let me jump in. We just have a couple of comments that George McQuaid, I think you've heard of him. He is saying post SoCal workout treat. Yes, as Tina says, yummy without the guilt. It is because you have all these high-powered nutrients and protein powder, great for right after a workout. Tom says the plant looks like a football. It does. It is a very odd plan. I would agree with you, Tom. George asks, do you use the double boiler to melt chocolate sometimes?
I do sometimes. I found that in this situation, because you're mixing it with so much milk, you can get away with not using a double boiler.
Oh, so the milk reducing the boiling temperature, maybe?
I think it just makes it so that the chocolate, I don't know. I honestly don't know why. If you're just melting chocolate to make like a fondue, definitely double boiler. But because there's a liquid, you can cheat the system a little bit.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so did you see how I poured it in? I waited till it cooled, poured it in. And I have a non-chocolate, let's see. Yeah, I have a non-chocolate recipe too, which I'll just go ahead and do that real quick.
Okay, let's see that. And let's see Monica. Well, we want to see the lovely Monica as well. Absolutely, with her wonderful husband, Ken, who is helping be the great camera person so that we can focus on this cooking.
So the secret to when you use chocolate or carob and you make your freezy pop, when it comes out frozen, it's creamy because of the chocolate. Chocolate has the wax in it. It's kind of soft. The fat content probably has something to do with it. If you don't use chocolate and you don't have something in there, it can come out kind of hard, like almost like ice.
Oh.
And that's not fun.
No.
So what you would do to make a non-chocolate pop creamy would be to add a non-dairy yogurt.
Oh, okay. So why is that?
I don't know.
Okay, interesting. That's
Wish I knew.
Yeah.
I am an intuitive cooker.
But you are not just an intuitive cooker. You have a degree from Cornell in a certificate in a nutritional plant-based program. That makes you a pro.
Yes, I am a pro. But I just wanted to say that I do a lot of experimenting. Check it out. I'm actually preparing this on the stovetop. You don't have to heat it up if you're doing non-chocolate.
Oh, you don't have to heat it at all. Oh, okay. Oh, good to know. Okay. Tina loves chocolate, and Tom says, "Hi, George. I'd ask her to save you some, but she has 32 sweet teeth." That, Tom, you know me too well. I would want to eat them all. And Tom says, "Hi, Monica. She has a cute plant, and her hair looks like a cactus." Can we see that plant a little bit closer? Can you stoop down a little? Because I also want to see it. In your hair.
My hair?
Oh, yes.
It's a Yoda.
Oh, my God. So cute.
It is
Monica is also a painter and an artist, a pole dancer, a yoga instructor. She has a studio. Can you tell us about Shanti Art?
Yeah, so Shanti Art is the first of its kind. It's a yoga studio and an art studio at the same time. And we opened right before lockdown, before the pandemic. So we're teaching online classes and looking forward to when all this is behind us and we can have students in the studio again. But
yes,
if you're interested, it's Shanti Art Burbank, and it's a beautiful place. I can't wait to have it functioning as a real business again.
Hey, I know. I hear you. Same with Allure Wellness. We both had long dreams that we opened right before COVID. And George says we both have a long list of talents. Thank you so much, George.
Thank you, George. Miss you. So I just wanted to mention to you about the sugar, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good. Yeah. So you want to use as little sugar as possible.
Yeah.
Well, you don't.
I chug it.
So here's the thing about the sugar. If you add sugar to your frozen treats, that helps with the creaminess. And I know just a little bit about that. It has to do with the temperature of the frozen product. It makes it so that it doesn't get so hard.
Okay.
So that in mind,
okay.
If you're anti-sugar, you don't need to add any sugar. Protein powders are pretty sweet already. They put something in it to make it delicious.
Well, I always use date sugar. That's the sugar I use because Dr. Greger approves it. If Dr. Greger approves it, I used to use monk fruit sugar, Tom, until Dr. Greger said that it raises your insulin levels just like the other ones, just on a delayed reaction. But he said date fruit sugar is full of fiber and B vitamins, brain power food, and he heartily approves date sugar. And when I met him, he said, that's a go. So I make my own date sugar by leaving dates to harden, and then I grind it up in the food processor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah, definitely use your sugar alternatives or just skip it. For these recipes, I go with around 2 or 3 tablespoons. Or I just grab any random spoon and just dump a heaping amount.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the non-chocolate option, okay? So it's basically the same thing as what I just did, but without chocolate or carob, and I added yogurt. Ideally, you'd make your own yogurt so you don't have this plastic container to deal with, but I haven't mastered homemade yogurt yet. I will, though.
Probiotics in non-dairy milks, yeah. Now, why do you use yogurt and not non-dairy milk?
Well, if you just, I did use a little bit of non-dairy milk as well. I just mixed it with the yogurt. If you leave this out, it'll still be delicious. It'll just be harder, like ice. This makes it creamier.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, gotcha.
And then, while we're on the topic of creaminess, I haven't experimented with it yet, but somebody did mention on my Instagram that they used coconut cream.
Ooh.
And that makes a lot of sense. I think that would work. The next thing about this specifically, on either recipe, whether you do the chocolate or the non-chocolate, get creative with additions. Like you can add vanilla extract.
Yum.
Almond extract.
Ooh, I love almond extract.
Ginger powder.
Oh, yes, please.
Right? Think about how cooling that would be. It'd be like a spicy kind of cooling.
And anti-inflammatory.
Oh, there's that. And on that topic, why not turmeric?
Ooh, and it would be like a golden milk.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, and really cinnamon always.
Always cinnamon, always. Tom says, is that the same with coconut sugar? Yes, Tom. All those other sugars, brown rice sugar, all of them apparently spike your insulin levels. And Tom wants you to come back for a yogurt segment, so you have to master making yogurt. We'll bring you back to that. And then he says, put in your mashed purple sweet potatoes. Ooh, I like that. That's very intriguing, Tom, because I make a dessert, a raw dessert, except for the cooked sweet potatoes, purple sweet potatoes and blueberries. So I could put it with the protein powder and freeze it and make that into a freezy pop.
Absolutely. I love the creativity, Tom.
Yeah.
So in either of these, the vanilla or the chocolate, you can add fruit, things like that.
Yes.
This one here, I don't know if you can see that little weird color in it. This is blueberries floating in my freezy pop.
Oh, I love blueberries.
This is the vanilla, right? Now this one over here, you can't have it.
I want!
It's mine.
I want it! No!
This one, let me talk about this one. This one we tried and it was so good. This one is this recipe, the vanilla non-chocolate one, with pineapple pieces floating in. This one, it looks like marble. This one is a mixture of these two.
Okay.
Right, you can mix it. You just spoon in a little bit, and then spoon in the vanilla, spoon in the chocolate.
Yeah.
This one is all chocolate. Okay, so I'm gonna take one out so you can see what it looks like.
Yes, please. Tom is being creative again and says add coconut cream to the purple sweet potatoes. That is an amazing idea. Then George says mango and vanilla would be so good. That would be amazing. Mango and vanilla. I want to make that right now. And Tom says bring that to Laura Wellness. You bet I will, Tom. Today would be the perfect day if we could be open right now. Oh my God, that looks so good. I want it.
You can't have it.
To your house right now. I am driving to your house. I am banging down your door. I am good.
Now, Vanessa, what if you didn't have a mold?
Yeah, what would I do? I don't have molds.
Let me show you. Come over here.
Okay, I'm following you because I'm in your house about to raid your freezer.
Okay, so this is my freezer. It's a little messy, but look, you can use a sandwich bag and just hang it.
Oh
and
my God.
This is not quite frozen all the way. As you can see, this is the vanilla and blueberries in here. Yeah. But when it's frozen, you just open it up and eat it like a push pop. You can hold it by the bag.
Oh, right? Okay. And, very creative.
I just want to mention this too. I'm really proud of this. I've been living in California for almost 10 years now, and I have not bought one box of sandwich bags.
Nice.
Because I keep reusing them. You can wash them out. It's an Asian thing. We do this. You wash it out and you hang it and let it dry, and then you just keep reusing them.
That is so great. And Tom is asking, how about the ice cube tray? You could fill that up, which I think is a great idea. And in fact, I have another great idea, which is, Tom, you're going to make a recipe, and I'm going to put you live on a show one day. So just be thinking about what you're going to make, because you have too many creative ideas. You need to be on making something. Tell me how that is.
It's so good. This is not carob, it's chocolate and the vanilla. Ken said you're drooling. I'm drooling.
I'm totally drooling. I want it so much. It's hot. I want it.
This is the pineapple one.
Oh my God, I want them all.
Then do you see the little specks of vanilla in there?
Yes, you use real vanilla powder, which is the best.
You know,
juice.
I actually didn't, but I'm glad that you have that much faith in me. It was in the yogurt.
I dry vanilla bean. I leave it to dry, and then I pound it up in a mortar and pestle or the little coffee grinder, and I use the vanilla powder that way, which is what I would do with the mango and vanilla one I'm going to make.
I would love to do that. I need to start doing that. Anyway, so this is how you can do kind of a basic one, chocolate and vanilla. You don't have to use protein powder.
No.
If you're like, I'm vegan, I get so much protein, I don't need more protein.
Yeah.
I'm already muscular. You don't need to add protein.
Yeah.
You can do it with substituting a banana.
Oh, okay, great idea.
Yeah, so just one banana. You could maybe mash it by hand. I used a food processor.
Okay.
Okay,
so
good to know. All the stuff that's in here, just stick it in the food processor, whiz it up, pour it into your molds, your ice cube trays, or your hanging bag.
Yeah, I wonder if you could also use, because I don't have really a lot of plastic. I love that you reuse yours, but I have these organic cotton bags little bags of different sizes for bulk goods. And so I wonder if I could use that in the freezer.
Does liquid pour through it?
I don't think so, but I'd have to try that out.
If it does not leak, you can use it. If you were using ice cube trays, I would think that you would need some sort of handle. Like maybe you could find
a popsicle stick or something.
Yeah, I mean, a popsicle stick is pretty tall, but sometimes I'm not organized. And you would think that since I've been home for 5 months, I'd be able to clean up. Okay, look, the ice cube tray.
Toothpicks. Tom says toothpicks.
You know, you could use toothpicks. The problem with toothpicks is that they might actually just come right out. You have to be very patient with it. If the toothpick could work, but something that had a wider surface area. These are, when you get samples.
Samples, yeah, that's a great idea.
I don't throw these away. I take them home with me. I drive my husband crazy. But like anytime I get a plastic anything, I hoard them.
Great idea.
But something like this would probably sit really nicely in an ice cube tray. You could also use a popsicle stick and maybe cut it in half. Carefully wear your eye goggles,
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. A couple comments here. Tom, George says all those fresh peaches. Yeah, he got a ton of peaches from the farmer's market yesterday. We can freeze them, puree them, and make our own peach version. Tina says super yummy. Tom says that you're super buff. Look at those muscles. Look at that. Huge. And look at that vegan tattoo. I love the vegan tattoo. Absolutely. We love that. Actually, can you, because I want to freeze this. Can you have your pop in your hand and show that? And let's freeze that for a second so that Facebook can pick that up as our screenshot that we can show. Put the pop up a little more. Yes. Hold it. Okay, hopefully that came out as a shot that we can use. And last, before we close, I want you to describe the flavors for us all who are drooling watching. Okay,
this one, the vanilla one, has a little yogurt in it. So it's got that little yogurty tang.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I also like to add a pinch of sea salt to anything that I eat that's sweet.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Enhance the sweetness.
So there's a little bit of that. It's cold. It's got that nice pineapple-y thing, and then I definitely taste like the vanilla-ness of it.
Okay.
I really want you guys to try the carob though, because the carob has an amazing flavor. I think we're so used to eating chocolate pops, chocolate. So this is a really nice surprise.
Oh yeah, love carob.
This is the one that I want you guys to try. And I didn't demonstrate it, but it's the same thing as the chocolate. Just put this in low heat, stir it around. It's creamy. It's got an amazing texture.
Put it on the stove right now and start melting it, because George and I are going to be driving over because we know where you live, and we expect you to just leave it on the doorstep for us, and we'll pick it up.
Here we go.
All right. Yeah. Dark chocolate. Yes, Tom. But you could, use any kind of chocolate. Whenever I make recipes, I use a mixture of chocolate and carob, actually, usually. But sometimes I do just carob, and it's sweeter. It's less bitter. It doesn't need as much sugar too, carob.
So if you're gonna do dark chocolate, Tom or whoever said that, just know that it might be not as creamy. It'll be a little harder. So because it's just a different kind of chocolate. It's still good though, because we did it and it was amazing. It was just a little harder in texture, but I think completely acceptable. If you wanted something creamy, with the dark chocolate, specifically dark chocolate, kind of like not as sweet, but more dark chocolatey, you could add a little bit of yogurt, and that would help make it just as creamy as the like milk chocolatey one.
Okay, so textures and hardness, all of that, play with that, because as Monica so brilliantly points out, it alters all those factors. George is saying pineapple, lime, sea salt, and oat milk yogurt with that pinch of sea salt. George, that sounds like something you would enjoy. I'll let you have all of that one.
We should open up like a restaurant specializing in exotic freezy pops.
Oh my God. If we had that on the corner somewhere in the valley, that would be sold out in 3.5 minutes. Let's start working on all these flavors. There's somebody who likes everything. And two last questions before we close. Tom says, what number dark chocolate would she use? Like percentage?
70.
70, okay. George is saying a food truck. Yeah, we should totally do that with a freezer that's like a solar generator. Dark chocolate and raspberries or blackberries would be awesome. I agree with that, George. This sounds delicious and so yummy. So everyone check out Monica Shanti Art in Burbank. If you want any one-on-one virtual yoga classes, wherever you are, you can take it. Drawing, painting classes. Monica's a brilliant artist and pole dancer and yoga instructor and chef, adding to your long resume. And we appreciate you showing us so much how you had all this, the acne, the bruises, and being overweight and vegan. Look at her, supermodel, no fat on her, no bruises.
I'm 45 years old. 45.
45. Come up close. Let's show the world. 45 years old. No
next year I'm gonna be 46.
Oh no. How could you be 46 at 40? No, that doesn't make any sense. I can't keep up with you, Monica. It's too many numbers, too high. And she transformed into this beautiful vegan pole dancer from going vegan. No loss. She's full of joy, full of power, full of strength. It just brings you joy, peace, creativity, and amazingness. Tom says, drive the truck by Jane's house. She'd buy them all. You're right, Tom. She would, and they'd be low sugar. Great job. Wow, amazing. I know, she is an inspiration. We thank you so much, Monica. Thank you in advance for the freezy pops on your doorstep. Tina says, so cool. I'll need to make some. Thank you. Yummy, looking good. Thank you, Tina. We appreciate you all watching. Next week on Lunch Break Live, we're going to have a segment with my Egyptian friend Samira, who's going to cook you a kushari, a street food, an Egyptian street food. So Tom, more segments, please, for sure. We'll bring her on for the yogurt, as you said. Thank you, Ken. Do you want to give a little taste and a little hi, Ken, to the food? All right. Thank you. Appreciate your help. And we will see you all next week. Thank you, Monica. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Bye, Tina. Bye.
Bye.